Hello guys, Carbide here with another TF2 video, and today I just need to address a few things before we go into this video. First of all of the content creators involved in this video, all of the SFM, all of the weapon models are made by community people, and all the links for all of the Steam pages for all these items are in the description below, go see them. And then the second thing is we've had a bad day with this video. There's no audio for any of the gameplay because for some reason my OBS didn't record it. I'm going to have to go play about with that. This is the second take in this audio. When I exported it, it only exported 4 seconds and then cancelled. Then I deleted the track so I couldn't redo it. And in general, it's not going good. We also lost a whole set of footage, about an hour and a half game, and it was probably the best sniping I've ever done. I was going to make a montage. And turns out I didn't record it because my cancel button's enter, and I forgot that I have 2 enters. So very good. Now let's get into this. So this is weapon concepts for the sniper. Episode 6 of this season. So we're going to go right into this. The first weapon is a primary weapon for the sniper, and it's called Point Man's Carbide by Hedrox and Ertz. E-R-T-Z. I've got a lisp, so I'm not saying it too much. And this is a really cool style gun, something like you'd see in Battlefield 1 or Call of Duty World at War, and just in general it looks so nice. I really do like this texture. They've put a lot of work into it. So my idea for this weapon: no zoom in the scope. You'd have an iron sight which is on the weapon, which will give you a 1.5 optical zoom, well not optical but 1.5 zoom, but it won't give you like the advantage a scope would. You'd be able to see either side of you, which is a massive advantage, but you won't be able to zoom in even nearly as far as what a scope can. I don't know what it is for a scope in TF2 at the moment. There's no published figure for it, but it wouldn't be that good. The positives, however, landing a headshot will deal a crit, but it'll be a double crit, so it'll deal essentially double the crit damage. So it's harder to aim because you can't aim as far, but if you do land the shot, you'll do double the damage if it's on the head. Because do remember, you wouldn't have the little sight thing to help you line it up either, which should add difficulty. And minus like 10 health or 15 health or something like that, just to balance it out a little bit more, because I think it could do with a little bit more balancing. Secondary. Now this is called the Colt Atomist Carbide. By Sedimentary Socks. I have to point out as well, if you're a content creator for TF2, please do not make your workshop sniper rifles. One, because everyone makes sniper rifles. There's like 4 melees. And don't call it Carbide or Carbine, because everyone seems to do that for some reason. So my idea here is, and by the way, lovely texture. It's made for the Frontier update that we'll probably never get. So it's real deal. It's been really well made. So my idea: deals mini crits on headshots. You're going, whoa, an automatic gun that deals mini crits on headshots? Yeah, now hear me out. Minus 30% firing speed, so it'd be maybe even more than that. I want kind of like slow bursts. So the first one wouldn't take as much skill, but the second shot really would take some timing and to learn the weapon. I think that would play out really well, especially because it's a firing speed and not like a reload for mini crit thing like the Ambassador. Because the Ambassador has, I reload before the meter resets, and it's really annoying. Minus 50% clip size, so you'd have 12 shots instead of 25. But plus a louder sound effect. I don't know how much that would play in terms of affecting the weapon, but I do think it's necessary that it'd be quite a loud like bang every time you shoot. Now for the melee. Now the melee has to be one of my favourite kind of ideas that I've had for any of my weapons that I've thought of. And this is called the Boomerang, and this is by S-02. So it's a rocket taped to a grenade. It's a rocket taped to a boomerang. This is the second time I ruined that up. Damn. So it'd be throwable with M2, and it'd kind of work like throwing a rocket attached to the cleaver, the meat cleaver for the scout. I've got kind of that idea. So it do spread damage. As a melee weapon, it also works similar to the Ullapool cable. So you'd hit someone, it'd blow up. You'd lose the boomerang, so you wouldn't have a melee then. and it'd deal probably about 100 and something damage, kind of similar to a rocket at that kind of range. Obviously, at the cost of that, you have no you have no melee weapon once you've used it, and once you've thrown it, you got no melee weapon. You can deal self damage to yourself, and there'd be no random crits. Because how much would it suck if you threw one of them at a control point, like lol, just gonna throw that, and you destroy a whole team because you get a random crit when you could have probably only just taken out the scout. So that's kind of my idea for that. So tell me your thoughts and any suggestions you have for weapon concepts for the next episode. We've got the Scout, the Heavy, and the Pyro left. So there's not much more left to the series. And then I might make a season 2, I don't know. Depends if I have ideas lingering about inside my head. And now for less relative to the series. I got Twitch on the go, as you can probably know. So go follow that if you want. The link's in the description below. And I also opened a link up for donations. And I'm not asking for a donation. If you do donate, I'll put your Steam name at the end of the video of the week. So you'll get some credit there if you want. And I've only kind of done it because there's a few people over the last few months that have asked for it, and I really don't like putting links in my comment section. So I always make sure that they're in the description so it's more official. Never click a link in my description in my comment section. Even always go to the description only. And yeah, so people want to donate, and feel free to donate. Whatever, if ever. I'm not fussed. I don't need it. But if you do, your name will be at the end of the weekly video, because I think that's, you gave me stuff. I guess you should get some credit. So I've been Caliber. Tell me your thoughts and suggestions. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.